Alright, and welcome to Season 3, Race 6 of my F1 2020-19 career mode. We are at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya for the Spanish Grand Prix. Just take a quick look at the season results thus far. And the current championship standings. Of course, we are 6 points behind our teammate Daniel Ricciardo. Upgrade-wise, we used our resource points to purchase a second engine upgrade, which means that we will have only one more engine upgrade left on the tree to complete before we are entirely maxed out. And there you can see the progress history where we continue to pull ahead. I mean, the gap is pretty large performance-wise from us to Mercedes. So here's that. I guess the only other notable thing is that Renault has jumped back ahead of Racing Point, so we'll see how Renault does in this race. And I actually already did qualifying on this one, so we're just going to go straight in the race, and you will see the lineup when the grid comes up.
The Spanish Grand Prix has been a permanent fixture on the Formula 1 calendar for over 30 years now.
Threat of rain,
and for good
so
reason.
nothing to worry about there.
Do you remember Michael Schumacher's absolute dominance here in that rain-soaked Grand Prix in 1996? That day he took his first ever victory for Ferrari, and we've had many more iconic moments since. It's a sellout crowd of 140,000 here today as we await lights out for the 730-metre sprint down to Turn 1 of this 2.9-mile racetrack. Overtaking is challenging through these 16 corners, but there's still a lot of high-speed excitement to be found, including the flat-out Turn 3 and the terrifying blind right of Turn 9. Alongside me once again for coverage of today's race, it's none other than the great Anthony Davidson. Why don't we kick off by discussing Max Verstappen? That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Daniel Ricciardo starts from pole position today, and talented Spaniard Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Bottas, the owner driver, and Leclerc, Verstappen, Albon, Norris, and Esteban Ocon, Gasly, Kvyat, Sergio Perez, and Matsushita, Stroll, Magnussen, George Russell, and Antonio Giovinazzi, Latifi, De Vries, Calderon, and Romain Grosjean sits at the back of the grid. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So the only grid penalties for Romain Grosjean. Of course, our teammate was on the pole. I guess the surprising thing to me is that qualifying was actually pretty close. Ricciardo won pole, but it wasn't by much. Sainz and the Mercedes and myself are all pretty close, as well as the guys behind us. So, not the dominant qualifying session from Ricciardo that we're used to seeing, even though he did get pole.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
Alright, strategy. Calling for a two-stop, of course. Tire wear is a little better, so we'll see what we can make out of it. But yeah, we will make it up as we go along, for lack of a better phrase. And yeah, we'll just get ready to go here for the Spanish Grand Prix.
We're not seeing any technical issues coming off the practice start. Watch the RPM on the full start. We don't want to bog down. Radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now. Dries seem like the best tyre for now. The drivers we're fighting here are Sainz and Leclerc.
Check the race director for tires, and of course this is a race where the one stop is very powerful, so in theory guys like Gasly, Kvyat, and Perez should have an advantage, but not sure what we're going to see considering that Ricardo is on pole and he's going to be very fast, and our team's tire wear has been very good this year, so in theory a one stop could be possible. We'll just have to wait and see. And we'll see what kind of start we can get. I think we can get up to third, personally. So if we can get up to third, or get at least into third place, I think I could consider that a win. Because I don't think we'll have anything for Ricardo unless he does a two-stop strategy. Or unless we both end up doing a two-stop. Or if, I guess there's a chance I can stretch it to one if Ricardo does a two. But, yeah. The goal of the start is just get by the Mercedes, and we'll go from there.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Grid is forming up now. Alright, here we go. 5 red lights for the Spanish Grand Prix. Lights out and away we go. Great start for us. We get both by both Mercedes and Carlos Sainz potentially going into turn 1, where Long is outside. And we're by Sainz into P2. So a great launch, a great start, but our teammate is gone. He is off into the distance. Ricardo, don't forget, he has a 99.
Right, we're looking good so far.
A 99 overall rating. So, not surprised he was able to get away so quickly. I feel like if we had started, we were actually close to qualifying in P4. We just got dipped for P5. I think had we qualified P4, we might have had a better shot to get Ricardo off the lead, but doesn't look like that's going to be the case today. So we might be in for another second place finish, which would be actually our 4th second place finish in a row, if we can finish second here. Was he finished second in Vietnam, China, and Vietnam? So, yeah, that'd be 4 second place finishes in a row. Points to our teammate and 1 to Max Verstappen.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button more. You're losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Keep pushing.
Oh, Sainz is going to get by for P2. So we actually lose a spot to Carlos Sainz. Second sector and the end of the third sector is where we're really losing the time here.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Okay, copy that. To teammate ahead is 7.2 seconds. Gap ahead is 2.4 seconds. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
big question that I'm wondering at this point is when will Daniel Ricciardo be pitting? Because he's doing a two-stop, the pit window would say between now and lap 10. Well, it's been changed for me to lap 8,
Be
but
careful, we
still.
think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now.
We're losing time rapidly to Ricciardo. He's just setting a blistering pace right now. I guess the key will be too when do these other soft tire runners hit the pits. And Sainz comes in, so he's the first. And one of the, a couple of the cars behind us hit the pits as well.
Push now.
So we'll check in a second to see what they're doing. I do have an idea. So let's see. So this is Carlos Sainz changing on to medium, so he's doing a two-stop probably. We've got Ocon coming in. We got the Ferrari of, who is this? Verstappen coming in for mediums. We got Albon coming in for mediums. And we've got Ocon coming in for mediums. So everyone who's pitted now, going for the medium tire. Our teammate stays out front of the lap as we have one car slowing.
Some information on Albon. They are out of the race.
Albon is out. No safety car though. Not too surprised by that, considering that Albon was so far behind anyway, and there's nobody around him, so not shocked at all that they did not call a safety car. Albon was in the top 10, so that should open up an avenue for somebody who started outside the top 10 to get some points.
Yellow flag.
Albon is right up there ahead of us.
Okay, clear.
Out of the way and off to the side. And there comes Ricciardo into the pits.
Daniel's in the pits.
Ooh, Ricciardo onto a set of hard tires. So I think he is going to try to go the rest of the way in this race. where is Ricardo? There he is. So he's come out just behind Matsushita. So behind Matsushita, but in front of Ocon. I was hoping that he might try a two-stop, but evidently that doesn't appear to be the case.
Understood, stopping this lap. Copy that. Parts for next box.
I think I'll come in and put on the hearts now. Bottas will follow us in. Yeah, my plan would hinge on Ricardo doing a two-stop, but obviously he's not doing a two-stop, he's doing a one-stop. As is Valtteri Bottas.
Go, go, go. You'll be racing on
Oh,
the
how did
exit.
Bottas jump us in the
now.
pits?
Okay,
That's
you
a
only
bunch
have
of
to
bull.
stop once now. One stop left.
And Hamilton, well, to be fair, we did stay out of the lap too longer than we probably needed to, as we had a jam up coming out of the pits. Long pit stop for my team.
We'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in our strategy. We pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
We're 19 in the running order, but the good news is that we do have DRS. Dive on a Max Verstappen and we make it work.
If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do.
Pierre Gasly now leads the Spanish Grand Prix. Gasly was the first of the soft tires, or the medium tire starters, so it does make sense that he's out in front right now. Big old DRS train right in front of us. work out. One second. Sorry about that. I had to take a call, but we'll rewind and fix this. That's a better to the inside. We got Valtteri Bottas for that position.
Brilliant. Nice move.
Squeezed him out a little bit, but it worked. No problem. Norris, a little outside. Jesus, Lando.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button more.
That was a horrible run through that chicane. Oh, jeez, Lando, you're really hitting the brakes there. Lando here, make the right time. Let's try it again. I think I overestimated the dive bomb there. There we go, that's better. Actually get Norris alongside Bottas. They go side by side through this very technical section of the track. Norris holds on to the position though. Some cars diving into the pits with the one-stoppers. One-stoppers who
we're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer.
Started on the medium tire.
Over target. Drop down to mix too soon.
Ooh, Hamilton. Hamilton hit Perez coming out of the pits. Hamilton might need to make an extra stop to fix that front wing. I think that set him off. We could be making a move on him here. He goes to block to the inside, but we get him. Well, we get him until he made contact with us. Let's see, Hamilton. Yeah, I definitely lost the end plate on that front wing. Need to do is replay again, so I can do the flashback properly.
The car ahead of you has just fitted the hard tyres. Car ahead now on the hard compound.
I think Hamilton's goose is thoroughly cooked, as they say. He is going to have to... I mean, he could try to stick it out. I don't know if it'll work for him. Wait a minute, is Leclerc on softs? Did he do a two-step onto soft? Well, Charles, I don't know what to say. Ferrari, what are you guys doing? I'm not sure about that one. More cars coming into the pits. We should gain some spots. Coming up to P6. Targeting Perez for P5. real winner out of this whole ordeal is Pierre Gasly, who started in 11th and is now up to 2nd. So to just do a quick summary, so everyone on hards probably will not be stopping again. So that includes Ricardo, Gasly, Perez, myself, Hamilton. Well, he has front wing damage, so we'll see. Kvyat, Bottas, Stroll, Matsushita, Magnussen, Russell, Giovinazzi, Latifi, Grosjean, everyone else basically out in the pack. But Ocon, Verstappen, Norris, Leclerc, and Sainz, basically the Ferraris and the McLarens, are both going to have to stop again. It seems like they're the only ones who did not opt to go for a one-stop strategy for whatever reason. Attack Perez, gonna be close. Not close enough. Foul for Perez, could be for the podium.
We're trailing our teammate by 23.2 seconds. Check your MFD for a
Perez
new
doesn't have
strategy
DRS.
option.
Oh, so close.
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
Flooring it. Can we get the pass done into turn 1? No, we can't. Oh, that was so frustrating. We were right there. On his gearbox. We should have.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Got that confirmed? P6, we have P6. Perez ahead. Less than a second separate you. They're on fresh hards. Kvyat behind. Our gap behind is 3.1 seconds. They're on fresh hards. The gap to the leader is 23.2 seconds. Pit window opens in 5 laps time. 5 laps, 17 laps to go.
Could really use a safety car right about now. It's funny. The safety car came out in China at like the worst time imaginable, and it didn't come out when I needed it to in the Dutch GP, and it's probably not going to come out when I need it to here either. So
Okay, we've got plenty of energy.
great news all around as Leclerc makes his second stop, like will pretty much fall outside of the points. Horrible run to that first chicane. For those first couple of wasn't good.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
Sainz into the pits for his stop. That elevates Perez to P3. Might have a shot at Perez here. Take it. Didn't work. Shoot. Might have Perez this lap. Be close. We're there. And I will take that. P2. We're into P2. Or P3, I should say. We're on the podium. That's what's important. Now we get back to standard. Try to conserve some fuel now.
Gap to car in front is 5.9 seconds. We're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
Not so sure about that. I don't think we need a pit. And I don't know why you're asking us to pit. We can go to the end of the race on these tires. Unless there's a safety car, in which we could take the opportunity to pit. Well, if we pit now... Uh-oh, we got one car. Trouble, it's one of the Mercedes. Off track. Hamilton's
Some
out.
information on Hamilton.
Safety
It looks
car
like
is
the
out.
problem is terminal. They're retiring the car. Safety car deployed. The safety car has been deployed. Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack.
Safety car is out. Let's go back. See if we can tell what happened to Hamilton. I think we're already past the point where he would have retired. There he is off to the side. I think this is the second Spanish Grand Prix in a row where Hamilton is retired from the race. What we're going to do, you're going to put it in the lean. This will give us a free pit stop. And we actually have not done a mid-session save, so we'll do that now.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap. Roger that. Soft tyres at the next pit stop.
I think if we have any chance of doing anything this race, we need to pit. We need to put on some softs. We'll see where it puts us when we come out. I feel like we're going to be deep in the pack, but I feel like I need to get some soft tires on, to be honest.
Release, release.
It's absolutely risky, don't get me wrong, but
Drop your speed. Our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
I think
The safety car is waiting for the leader. You may overtake it. Overtake the safety car.
the risk may be worth it.
Some information on Leclerc. They seem to have an issue.
Alright, so our teammate Daniel Ricciardo leads, Pierre Gasly is second, Perez is third, Kvyat, Bottas, Stroll, Matsushita, Magnussen, ourselves, and George Russell, with Giovinazzi Sainz behind us. Did wear these tires a little bit by running them under, the safety car, but we will have the precious tires in the field. At least we should anyway. Surprised that they're not bringing the safety car in this lap.
new strategy is available on the MFD. Confirmed.
Don't know why they're asking me to hit. The sauce can take us to the end, even if they are pretty worn by the time the race ends.
Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap.
Alright, here we go. Cars in this lap. What? Did I really get a penalty for back brake checking me? Third sector. Come on. What are we doing here?
Green flag.
Do here. Right around the outside of Magnussen. Just going to squeeze us out a little bit. And we
Good.
squeeze him
Good
back.
job. Nice overtake.
Matsushita outside again. Another outside pass made. See you later, Matsushita. Stroll up next ahead of us. So you screw up the turn 9. Say we have full authority to push. See, it's a ton of fuel, so we can go as hard as we want. Easy overtake into the hairpin. Dispatched. Stroll.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilize some of this energy. Pit window open. Let's box this lap.
No, we are not doing that.
DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. There's 5 laps of fuel remaining. Lost some time to the car behind. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Oh, could be ahead of lockup. That slowed up Bottas. And we get P5. Yeah, really throwing up some sparks. Let me just say this, I'm a little happy with where we are now. We did start dead, so we can finish where we started. That's okay, in my book. But if we can get Kia and get one more spot, that would also make me pretty happy. If I get it here... Hi! there we have it for a second, but then we stay in the overcorrect, but we keep the spot still. Not for long. Go around the chicanes, be tight. And Kvyat holds up the pack as we start the final lap of the Grand Prix.
This is your final lap of the race.
As Bottas looks to make a move on Danny Kvyat. And they go side by side through the first couple of corners. Bottas eventually gets it for P5. So, in the end, we don't get back to third, but we will gain one spot from where we started, which again is fine. And then we will also finish, or equal our worst finish of the year, which is fourth, which, again, I'm not thrilled with, but I can live with it. Spain really isn't one of my better tracks. So, I can accept this finish. As Daniel Ricciardo wins his fourth race of the year out of 6 races. And we will come home in P4.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Another Spanish Grand Prix is over, and what a special race it was. Anthony, tell me, what was it that helped them achieve this success?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
The faces on our top 3 look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all.
We also have Gasly finishing P2 after starting 11th, and Sergio Perez finishing 3rd.
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Not the result our points leader wanted, but it certainly makes things interesting going forward. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for Driver of the Day?
Well, there's a lot of incredible driving out there today, Crofty, but if I had to pick someone, it's got to be Sergio Perez. Fantastic driving.
It's time to check out the Constructors' standings. The current leaders continue to extend their lead at the top. Meanwhile, Ferrari have improved their position. A strong weekend from them as they fight their way towards the top. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
So that was the Spanish Grand Prix. As you can tell, obviously the one stop was the way to go, considering everyone who finished in the top 10, aside from myself, did a one stop, and my second stop was under the safety car. Strong result for Danny Kvyat. Pierre Gasly, second place, obviously great effort, equals or gets his best finish of the season. Upgrades, well, really done the strategy, but I guess partly the upgrades as well to the Renault. Good day for Racing Point as a whole. Stroll coming in 7th, with Perez on the podium. Matsushita has his, what I believe is his best result with an 8th place finish. Magnussen gets points again in 9th, and then George Russell gets first points of the season for Haas in 10th. Constructor standings, Ferrari jumps McLaren, which actually I don't know how that makes sense because Ferrari and McLaren didn't score points. So that's not right. But I'm sure Racing Point did jump Red Bull, that makes sense. Driver standings wise, Gasly moves up to 6th, Perez moves up to 9th, Kvyat and Stroll gains some spots. There you go, that was Smash Grand Prix.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. Would you say that your rival is still on your level?
Respect.
Your teammate took the #1 spot. Does that make you happy or jealous?
We'll go with the answer.
Your teammate is up on the podium today. This is a great thing for the team, isn't it? What was your teammate's secret to success today? Appreciate your time.
We get the same amount of points as Verstappen in this race, but we clearly win the rivalry, which is good. Cars McLaren goes up, and Team McLaren goes up as well. And there you go.
Morning, boss. This week's income from the sponsors has cleared, and we're making good profit against our running costs.
Oops, pressed the button by mistake. Gonna fill the activity timeline. No training for a car. We're gonna completely ignore that. And we're gonna do that. We are not going to give any more help to our teammate because they are too good. They're completely, well, not completely maxed out, but pretty much. And there you go, and we will advance to the Monaco Grand Prix.
You're not currently in a rivalry. Sooner or later, you'll probably be asked by the media who you consider to be your rival. Think carefully who you select. While you will receive acclaim for beating them, you'll lose acclaim if you fail to do so.
Alright, and that's it for the Spanish Grand Prix, and next race will be Monaco.